I don't even know where to begin. I will say this is going to be a spoiler review of episode 10, the season finale of MobLand. And there hasn't been any news yet if this has been picked up for a season 2, but what an interesting hour-long finale of this show. Like, still trying to process what happened and how everything just transpired, especially first half, not bad, and then everything just moves so quickly. The episode starts off where we see Kevin still sitting in the kitchen where he shot Rugsby, the former prison guard who raped him. And he's just talking and talking about this monster that's being made, and then that he's the monster that was created, and you don't cross him at all because all these craziness that's happening in his life led to that moment, and he just had to close everything and find a common ground. We then see Harry and his associates come in and clean up Rusby's place. We then see, and we finally know who the rat actually is. And some of you, and actually most of you, did predict it very, very well. And the rat was O'Hara, or Delaney, the Harrigan's family lawyer, who for 9 months was working with Richie Stevenson on fentanyl and everything. And it's just, Harry wants to know yes or no questions, and he gets that. And then the plot thickens, and then it's a cat and mouse game. We then see Harry trying to figure out what to do. While that's happening, we then see Kevin go and visit Conrad. Sits down with him, across the glass, picks up the phone, talks, and it's just a back and forth. And he kind of calls him father in the beginning, but as it goes and progresses, you can tell that he calls him Conrad. Lays everything out on the table and whatnot, and Conrad doesn't like it, to taking of it. And it's like, do you think you're the bigger man now? And, Kevin's like, yeah, I am. And it's like, the scene was shot very well because you see Kevin and then you see Conrad's face in the reflection of the two-way mirror. And it's just like, so well done. It's an intense scene. It's a fun scene. And then we see Eddie get a text. He goes to see Maeve. And then Maeve, being all that Maeve is, she has to figure out what to say, what to do. And then she spills the beans of who Eddie actually is, who is her father and everything. The whole motion is set in. We see O'Hara meet with Richie to plant the seeds of what's happening, what's going on. And then we get the whole aspect of, okay, Harry's doing something with Kevin, and then, this and that. And how O'Hara's like telling Harry, be at my place at 1 p.m. Well, in order to figure out everything, they have to do certain things. Well, Paul is outside of O'Hara's building. You see Richie's men go in there. Okay. And then you see some of the others go to the hideout, or the safe house, where Jan and her daughter are and Serafina are. And it's just like, okay. And then it was all one big trap. Paul is outside, blows up O'Hara's office, and then the safe house is blown up because we see that Zosia comes in with her other guy and Harry's right hand, and they just clean house and everything. One of them does get shot in the neck, dies, and everything's fine and clear. And O'Hara's like, you think, Richie, you thought you were the smart one? Kevin and Harry come in and just start laying waste. And they burst in the door. Harry shoots O'Hara. Kevin then shoots Richie. It's like, what? And it's like, okay. And then, in a really fun scene, Kevin is just like, look at me. Do you think that, how the Harrigans rule everything? And then Kevin just greens Richie right in the eye. And it's just crazy. O'Hara's trying to breathe for air. Harry shoots her in the head. They leave. They go off. That's it. The war's done. It's complete. It's like, what? It's so crazy. We see Harry go to Kat. Kat once again gives Harry a proposition. Join me, take out the Harrigans. And Harry's like, no, I'm loyal. And it's just a back and forth. And it's like, okay, Kat McAllister controls every single thing. And we know that. Somehow she is this big international, I want to say, government person. She knows what to do. She has control of everything, and that's what she does. Harry just dismisses everything, and it's like, No, I'm going to say no to the offer. We don't know where Eddie is. Once Eddie almost killed his mother Bella for finding out everything, he tries to choke her, but she's saved by Harry's two right hands, and it's just like, all right. And it's like, what? And then we see Kevin come in and see Bella, and we understand Bella's backstory. We're trying to frame her father, and Bella says to Kevin that when I was younger, my father raped me, and now we understand Bella's story and what's going on. And Kevin's like, you're in this with me or you're not with me, and Bella's like, I'm with you all the way. Harry comes in, we see Jan making food, cutting carrots, and Harry's like, no, let's go home, and Jan just loses her mind. She doesn't understand what Harry's doing at all. And it's like, okay, all right. And then she loses her cool, she cuts her finger, and then Harry's trying to help her, and then she like hits him. But then she fucking stabs Harry in like the chest area, and it's like, what just happened? What is going on? And it's like, did that really just happen? Yeah, that really just happened. Next scene after that is you see Conrad and all the inmates in the prison just, riling him up, and that's the end of the episode. And that's it. But then one of the scenes before, you had Maeve calling Conrad and saying how she's Mother Nature, how the fuck do we get out of everything? And that's MobLand, ladies and gentlemen. Interesting. Episode 10. First half was good, didn't try to figure out what was going on, and then it was just bang, 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 bang. Dominoes one after another, trying to figure out, okay, so much is happening so quickly, and it's like, wow. Some episodes were really, really fantastic, really well done. Some episodes were really drawn out, very boring, but the way it ended, it really boggled my mind because it could have been a better ending. And if this doesn't get picked up for a series 2 or a season 2, very curious to see, that's it. That's how it ends. We end on Conrad just enjoying his fame in prison and Harry having a knife stuck in his chest. And it's just like, oh, okay. It hasn't been confirmed yet, as I stated, that there is going to be a season 2. I'm pretty sure they'll, crunch the numbers with the ratings and everything, how many people view it within the first month, and then Paramount will make their decision. But for me, the entirety of MobLand as a series and a season, I would call it and give it maybe a 3.5 out of 5 film reels. It was good. It was well done. I loved every single character. Very happy that Kevin was the focus in this episode and was really good. And I will say, and I do want to say, Tom Hardy as Harry, fantastic. And Pierce Brosnan, good. Could have used him more. Eddie was such the C word. I don't want to say it because you know what the C word is. But it's just, I didn't expect, his character to survive and just walk away and that's it. We don't talk about him in the last 15 minutes of the episode. And it's like, okay, where can you go now? Because now the bigger villain in this is Cat McAllister. And how loyal will Harry be? What will happen with that if there is a season 2? So many things can still happen. It's just going to be interesting to see how it all plays out. And I do want to say, for everyone that's been watching my episodic weekly reviews of MobLand, thank you so much. And your comments are well appreciated. I do love reading them. I do love engaging and talking with you all about this. And I do also want to say kudos and congrats to all of you who actually picked that the lawyer was the rat. Let me know in the comment section what you thought about episode 10, the MobLand finale, the season finale or season 1 finale. Did you like it? Did you not like it? What did you think of it? What did you think about the aspect of the story going on? Did you think too many things happened very, very quickly? Do you want a season 2? How do you think everything will transpire? And did you expect certain things, or did you predict everything that you thought would happen? And where do you think it's going to go from here? Let me know in the comment section about all the questions I just asked. I'm Mr. Film Stock. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll see you all in the next review video. And once again, I do want to thank you for tuning into my episodic weekly reviews of MobLand.